Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, YouTube? What's up, my soul squad? How you guys doing this morning? How you doing this morning? I am sitting outside enjoying this beautiful fall day. And welcome to my morning thoughts. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon. It is not morning time when I'm delivering this morning thought, okay? But you guys gonna get it. So, before we get started, like we do anything else, I like to thank God for us spend no day with our family and friends. Because remember, that alarm clock didn't wake you up, He did. And, whew, y'all missed morning thoughts last week? I did too. But I didn't do it last week. I'm going to tell you why I didn't do it last week. Because when I woke up, morning thoughts was about accountability. It was on my heart. It was something that I felt like I wanted to talk about, accountability. But then I didn't do it. And the reason why I didn't do it, I didn't feel right doing it. Because I had an incident with a cousin of mine. And I need to be held accountable for what happened. And I didn't feel right. I didn't feel good about delivering a message of accountability and responsibility if I was not doing that myself. Like, it was just really, I was like, nah, I didn't feel it. It wasn't on me to come get on here to say something that I knew in my heart that I had a situation that I didn't clear up, that I didn't clear up, and was almost wasn't going to clear up because of me being human, being stubborn, and I had to reflect. And then my son had to tell me, Mom, you can't do that. You just can't throw nobody else's feelings aside. Okay, I had an incident with a loved one, and she ended up texting one of my sons and telling them that I really hurt her feelings. She felt that I disrespected her. She never disrespected me before. She don't know where it came from. And what I said in front of people. It was so embarrassing. First of all, so when Brandon told me that, I said, what? I was like, whatever. I'm telling you, this is on the conversation. I said, whatever. I said, first of all, how is he going to say that's disrespectful? And then after I said what I said, I told you everything was okay. And then I was like, there was nobody else around us but us. So who was it embarrassing for? Was it embarrassing for her? Because what I said was the truth. I said, because wasn't nobody else around. I said, man, whatever. I said, I'm not apologizing for that because I said, whatever. And Brandon said, Mom, you can't do that. You can't take nobody else's feelings and take it lightly. I said, but it wasn't even that serious. And I told her I was good. Everything was good. Brandon said, but it might not have been serious to you, but it was serious to her. And I had to breathe and I had to be like, you know what, Brandon? You're right. I said, you're right. I said, I am a sensitive being. She could be a sensitive being. I said, and you're right. I cannot throw her feelings aside like that because I don't know how it made her feel. I said, but I can honestly say I don't know how it was embarrassing because there was no one around us when I said it. I said, you know what? I'll apologize to her. I said, because I can understand what you're saying. I said, no, you're not. I said, I try not to disregard nobody else's feelings because I don't want nobody to disregard my feelings. I really don't know how nobody feeling, and I can't take that from her. It might have hurt her. You know what I'm saying? But it hurted me too. So this was a conversation. I go to my auntie funeral, and she was there, and I said, "Girl, all right, bye. Have a good one." I said, "Girl, you at auntie funeral?" I said, "Why you come to my mother's funeral?" And I wasn't loud about it. I didn't feel like I was wrong, but because I was like, why you at auntie funeral? You didn't come to mom's funeral? And then when she told me her reason why, I said, oh, okay, I understand. And I said, I said, it's all good. I said, I was just wondering why you didn't come. And she felt that was disrespectful when me asked her that question. But I didn't feel it was disrespectful. And like even when I did apologize to her, because I apologized to her. I told her that if I hurt your feelings, I didn't mean to. I said, you know, I love you. I said, I forgot what I said in the apology, but you know, I apologized and I was genuine about it. I said, but all honesty, I said what I said because I think maybe I was a little hurt. I had some concern because you know, you was my mom, girl. You know, you and my mom and Berry Farms together. You know, something went down. She always had your back. She was always there no matter what. And I said, so maybe I was a little hurt that you didn't show up because, you know, you always say this my auntie and my aunt and she's always here for me. So I was kind of shocked I didn't see you there, but then I saw you at our other aunties, at your other auntie's funeral. So maybe I did, maybe I should have pulled you to the side, or but wasn't no one around us. And so, you know, I had to get that off my chest. So I told her in an apology, I said, well, I'm sorry if you feel as though I disrespected you. I never meant for it to come out that way. I said, yes, I was curious why you didn't come. But when you said it, why, I said, oh, okay. And I said, I thought everything was good. I said, but I do apologize if I hurt your feelings. I did not mean to hurt your feelings. And excuse me, y'all. But I also told her in the apologies that maybe I said what I said because maybe I was hurt that I didn't see you at Mom's funeral because I know she was a big part of your life when we lived at Berry Farm and she loved you some her. I ain't gonna get my cousin name. She loved you, you know, and she said, I understand that. And then she apologized to me. She said, and I apologize for not coming to Mom's funeral as well. And I said, okay. I said, yeah. I said, I love you. I said, and if you ever feel like that, I disrespected you or anything, don't go through one of my sons. I said, come to me. I said, come to me. And just like we just did, we solved it. We solved the issue. And now I can talk about accountability because you got to know when you're wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And you know, I tried to discard her feelings, but I couldn't do that. I sit here and I talk about being kind and being aware of other people's feelings, and you know, God put us on this earth to love one each other and all that stuff, and yet my actions was taking me in another direction, and I had to scale it back and realize that no, you can't do that. And this is not how you reach the man upstairs. This is not how you become one with this man. If you're gonna go around saying one thing and do another thing, and I know that's not my person. But for a moment, I had a slip just because. Guess what? I'm human, and being human don't make you perfect. So you got to hold accountable for your actions, even though in a moment I didn't feel as though that it warranted an apology. I didn't feel as though I did anything wrong. But to her, I did something wrong. To her, I said something wrong. And I made her feel some type of way. And I had to acknowledge that, think about it. Then I had to come to her and apologize and assure her that, hey, I love you. And then maybe I could have said it different. And maybe I shouldn't have said it at all. I said, but also, maybe I was in my feelings because I didn't see you that day. And out of a lot of people, I was expecting to see you. And so we talked about it. You know, it is what it is. And I apologize. She accepted my apology. I told her how much I love her. And I told her if she ever feels as though that I came to you and I hurt your feelings, please let me know, so that I could sit back and reassess the situation. And I was like, yeah, maybe I did. Maybe I did. And so I apologize. And so that's why we here today on Morning Thoughts, talking about accountability, because I stood up to mine. I held myself accountable for my actions towards another child of God. That's what I did. And I tried to dismiss what she felt, but I couldn't do that. It was wrong of me to do that. And I recognized that, and I stood up for it, and I told her how much I love her, and I apologized to her if I made her feel some type of way. And we talked it out. We ain't hug it out because we was on the phone. We was on the phone. But yeah, and you know what? It lifted my spirits. It lifted my spirits to know that whatever harm I brought upon you, whatever way I made her feel, just talking about it, accepting my role in her feelings, her unhappiness at that moment, accepting the role that I played a part of that, it made me feel so good. It was like something was lifted from me. Like I didn't have to worry that I made another person feel bad. You know what I'm saying? And so accepting my responsibility, holding myself accountable for what I did to her. But the thing about it, it wasn't intentional. It was not intentional. And that's the thing about it. Sometimes we know when we do and say things to somebody, we do it on purpose. So you know exactly what you're doing. But when our situation, what happened, it was not done intentionally. I wasn't trying to be up mad. I mean, I was saying to her what I said to her because that's how I was feeling at the time. So it was also about my feelings and how I felt at the time. When I saw her face as the first thing that came out of my mouth, because it was laying, guess what? It was laying on my heart. Because I didn't see her on that day we buried our mother. And I guess it was laying on my heart. And the thing about it, I didn't think about her. I didn't think about seeing her. I didn't think about, ooh, when I see her, I'm going to say this, say that. She literally had not been on my mind because it's so much. But as soon as I saw her face, that was the first thing that came out. So that was my truth also. I just delivered it wrong. And it made her feel some type of way. And I hold myself accountable for that. That's one thing that I try to do, I try to practice, is that if I know I intentionally did something wrong, yes, I'm going to hold myself accountable for it because, yeah, I did it, and I know I did it, and I meant to do it this way. But if not knowing that I did something to hurt someone's feeling and it was unintentional, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody called me out on it, I got to sit back and adjust it and say, you know what? Maybe I did. Let me look at it. Okay, I was wrong, and I like that. And some people say, oh, that's just being. Some people say that's being a woman. No, that's being a human being. That's being a child of God. That's being knowing when you're wrong, you're right, you're right. But a lot of people don't like to accept their wrongs. A lot of people don't like to admit to when they're wrong, or they don't like to admit to doing something to someone. And like I said, a lot of people, we do a lot of things to people that's unintentional. It's because of who we are. It's the way it come out, the way it roll off the tongue. You know what I'm saying? And you don't mean it. But sometimes we can catch ourselves, sometimes we can't. But if somebody call you on something, don't toss their feelings to the side. Don't try to be like, oh, I was right, I know I'm right, and I'm not apologize. Assess the situation. Because it's that thing of perception. People will perceive one thing one way and you will perceive it another way. And if they say, hey, the way you came at me or what you did really hurt me, accept it. Accept that what you did hurt that person. Because some people are more sensitive than others. Don't be thinking that, oh, I mean, that wasn't nothing. Because that's what I try to do. But I can't say that because I'm not that person. So it could have been a whole lot to them. It could have been a whole lot to them. So we can't throw away or discard other people's feelings. And so that's what this whole, my morning thoughts, man, this is just like, wow. I can't do morning thoughts. I can't talk about accountability or what I'm feeling if I'm not doing it. That's one thing that I try to say. So about anything that I do and I say, I try to live up to it. I'm not going to tell you nothing or tell you how I'm feeling if I'm not trying to live that part. If it's not part of my everyday life. And being accountable for things is part of my everyday life. Even if it's hurt, even if I feel like I wasn't wrong, I'm going to assess this situation and I hurt someone's feeling. And if I hurt you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It didn't mean to be like that. It wasn't supposed to be like that. And I apologize. 'Cause I'm the first person about people need to be kind to people. People need to accept their roles in other people's lives. You need to accept the fact that your words can hurt someone, even though you feel so they not hurting you, or it don't sound like it's hurting when it's coming out your mouth at that time. But another person's gonna take it differently. They're gonna take it differently. So yeah, me and her talk, how much we love each other, how I apologize, and I accepted the role that I played in her feelings on that day. And I was wrong, and I accept my wrong. And the sad thing about it is that now, me and her, we talk. I accepted that part and that role, how I made her feel. But yet now, we about to go bury another family member. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And I try to look at it that God has a plan. He don't do anything that not supposed to be done. You know what I'm saying? He has a plan, but it still hurt. That don't mean every plan is gonna make you feel good that he dish out to you, because it still hurt. Now she's in a better place now, but it's the people that's left behind that we have to cope, we have to deal, and we got to try to get an understanding, and we got to get through our walls. The hardest part of death is the people that's left behind, because the people that is gone, they with him, they rejoicing, they're in a better place. You know what I'm saying? It's us folks that's left behind that have to learn to deal without seeing them. But remember, we carry their spirit, we carry their love in our heart. But it's easier said than done. Again, we are human, and we can be selfish, and we want that person with us. Even when that God says it's time to bring you home, it hurts. Because sometimes you want to know why, and it's like you can't get an answer. But you got to be strong. You got to stay positive. And you got to be prayed up. Praying in the fact knowing that he know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to do it. He's not trying to hurt you. But he did it for a reason. But it still hurt. And that's just why. Somebody asked me, why did I leave up my live for my on the couch on Saturday? If they didn't say Saturday on the couch, go figure out why I left it up. Because I was with my family and I went to delete it. And when I started to delete it, I saw messages saying, oh my God, she's talking about how we got one life to live. And all of a sudden, a lady come in, everybody knows my sister, with some bad news that someone got killed in her family. And I was just talking about how we have lots and lots of things in life. How you're able to have more than one thing, but you only get one life. God, we got to remember that. You only get one life. And I thought that was so profound, so on the moment when I was talking about us having one life, living it to the fullest, taking back your power, being you, whatever I was saying about living that one life that you got, we have to cherish it. And then out the blue, you almost witness to how that one life can be taken from you at a blink of an eye. When we walk out that door in the morning, we don't know if we never coming back. But one thing I do know, when I woke up this morning, God woke me up. He found a reason for me to wake up. The day wasn't your day. Get up, get your day started. Live in your life in the moments, because you never know. And right now, we've been going through some trials and tribulations. Like my sister said one time on her video the other day, that she feel like we're being tested. I think we are. We're being tested. To feel like that, the test with that, we're not going to give up on God. We're not blaming God. I say he knows what's best, and he's a loving God. He's a forgiving God, and he's our God, not my God. He's our God, all of our God. So I can't give up on that. I have to know that what he does for purpose. And it's for purpose for you, for that person that he called home. He does. It's a purpose behind it. And so it's going to hurt. You're going to cry. But eventually we will live. We will live. We will push through. And again, we got the memories. We got the love. We still have that spirit with us. Not out of body, but we got that spirit. And I can sit here and say that because rationally I know, but emotionally I'm torn. Do you get that? Like rationally I know what it's supposed to be, but emotionally I'm just white. I'm torn. I'm tired. I'm heartbroken. But I know that he only does things to protect us, to guide us, to get us through. So once I find my inner peace, once I get my emotions intact, each day will get better. Because each day he wake me up. And like I said, I ain't got but one life to live. One life. And two, my calling day to come home, I gotta live it. I gotta live it. I celebrate the lives of the ones that has gone on and forever hold them in my heart, in my memories, in my love for them, and all that other stuff that I got for them. And knowing one day we'll be together again. But like I said, it's a process. Man, it's a learning process. It is a process, baby. Yes. I don't fault God at all. Sometimes some people get so angry and rebuke against his name just because they angry and they upset and they want to know why. They want to know why. I know why. I know why. Because you said so. I don't need, that's all I need to know. It was your call. It was your purpose. And you protected somebody. I don't know why. I know why though. It was your call. You call a home who you need to call home. That's all I can say. You call a home who you need to call home. And the ones left behind, we hurt, but we will live on. Try to think of good thoughts, good memories, and remember the joy and love that person brought into your home and to your heart. You know what I'm saying? Whew. Remember to breathe. And you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Let's give glory to the man upstairs, and he's going to guide you. If you haven't found him, look for him. He ain't far. Who's over your mother and talking? He's right there. You may not always get a response to the time that you want it. You may not get a response the way you want it. But trust and believe he will respond to you. And when he responds to you, you're going to know it. You will know the day he responds to your prayers. You will know it. See, he's not a God of many words, okay? He's a God of action. I'm going to say this again. He's not a God of many words. He is a God of action. And if you do your part, he'll do his part. If you follow him, he will lead you into the place you need to be, okay? Out of harm's way. He will lead you. But you got to first follow him. You got to follow him. You got to know him. You got to know about him. You got to learn him. And he will lead you. That ain't nothing but the truth right there. That ain't nothing but the truth. So each time I start feeling sad, I think about it's a purpose for whatever he does. It's a purpose, whatever he does. It hurts, but he did this for a purpose. Yeah. So that's why I left that video up. To remind somebody put, oh, this video ain't gonna get monetized. I don't care nothing about that video being monetized. I don't care if they're demonetized or whatever. I felt like I need to leave that video up. I felt like somebody who come across this video or somebody share this video, I feel like somebody to know. Because sometimes some people ain't aware. We forget. You only get one thing. You only get one chance in this life. So people need to know how quick in the moment that this life is not promised. 1 minute you here, 1 minute you gone. I'm not saying living life on eggshells, but I'm just saying live life. You know what I'm saying? And be kind to one another and be accountable for your actions and what you do to others. I had to. I just went through that. That whole accountability. Yeah, I just went through that. So that's why I didn't get on the course last week. I couldn't sit and talk to you guys about anything until I cleared up my situation with someone I love very dearly, my younger cousin. And now I'm here telling you how I feel. And I'm only telling the truth. This is about how I feel. These are my thoughts. This is what I feel. Some big people get in the comments say, oh, girl, shut up. Whatever, whatever. I don't want to hear this. I can't help what you don't want to hear. I'm telling you how I feel, how I'm feeling towards God, how I'm feeling towards life, how I'm coping, and how I'm holding myself accountable for my actions. And how it made me, I'm telling you, it did. When I did it and I talked and I apologized and we loved on each other, man, it's like I was lifted. Yeah, I'm outside the window. It's like I was lifted. There was a whole new feeling over me. And I was just, yes, I am ready to do my morning thoughts now. Ain't nothing you could say. I'm ready. I was ready then. That feeling that I had, that burden that I had, making somebody else feel bad, I couldn't function. I couldn't get on here and talk about morning thoughts and talk about God and being kind and doing this and doing that when I hurt someone. Unintentionally. But I did that. And until I fixed that, I couldn't. Because see, I had to make that person's spirit feel better. And guess what? I had to make mine. I don't walk around here with a bad spirit, an unhappy soul. I'm telling you, when I stood up for my action and I accepted my part that I played, honey, you're going to get a feeling that's going to overcome you. Okay? Well, you take responsibility. You're just going to feel something uplift. It's going to be uplifting. It's going to be like, whew. It's going to be like a headache that just went away. It's going to be like the sunshine after the rain. Okay? That's how it's going to make you feel. That's how it made me feel. It made me feel a whole lot better. It made me feel like I get on here and talk about my money thoughts. Yes, it did. And that was God. Because I let him into my heart. I let him into my soul every day. I talk to this man. I pray to this man. I hold conversations. You hear me? And I let him, and I try. And I try to follow him in the direction that he is steering me. And he did not put me in the direction to do morning thoughts on Monday last week. I had to fix my mayhem. And I fixed it. And I felt good, y'all. Then I got torn down again with some more bad news. And I'm going through it. I'm going through it right now. 3 family members. My mom, my aunt, my cousin. My little cousin, we buried her mom last week. Now we have to bury my aunt's only daughter. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot. Stay prayed up. Have faith. And he will guide you. That's all I can say. Take accountability for your actions. Take accountability for your actions. Not only it make you feel better, it make that person or well situation that you in that you got to stand up for, to take your responsibility. It's going to make the whole situation just so much better. It will make you feel better. It will make you walk different. It will make you feel different. You're going to strut different. Because guess what? Just something that's been lifted up off you. You know, that monkey off your back. That weight up off your shoulder. That burden in your soul. I'm telling you, y'all. Ain't nothing like accepting the responsibility for your actions. And to my next morning thought, guys, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified. Go over there to my Soulfult Tea channel. Stay right here on my Soulfult Tea vlogs and find a video that you may like. And go check out New Life Journeys channel. And what? My new channel called Sisterhood. Well, me and my sister's going to be doing our thing, showing how we just being supportive with each other through everything that we're going through, how we hanging out, and just being us. And don't forget to check out Soulfult Tea, Soothing Sounds by. Is it Soothing Sounds by Soulfult Tea? Yeah, Soothing Sounds by Soulfult Tea. And to my next morning thought or to my next video, y'all. See you guys later.